just noticed that this is a 50? God, we're gonna be here a while. Most hated mayor in America. With Truckerman. Hi, Truckerman. Sorry.
That was the shittiest open I've ever heard in my life. But yeah, I saw this. I thought it'd be fun to react to.
Ooh.
Ground news.
Oh, not the dumbass Super Mayor.
Oh yeah, she goes by the name Supermare.
Super Mayor.
This video is satire and contains edited images in the video.
The images under the video are used transformatively and fall under the protections of the Fair Use Law.
Oh.
The following content may refute allegations, some of which could be completely currently unproven. Harassment or bullying of individuals mentioned is neither promoted nor condoned.
She fucked up her community super hard.
Just like I fucked up reading half of that.
The year is 2021, and Dalton is a village in the township of Thornton, Cook County, Illinois. It's around 20 miles south of Chicago, and home to roughly
Need I say more?
20,000 people.
So it's roughly the size of our town, so just give you an idea.
30 years ago, it's a fairly nice place, but now, not quite. A dire job market, regular shootings, corrupt officials and financial mismanagement. Public fitness centres being hired out for strip shows.
What, really?
What?
That's true?
Wow, this guy's editing makes me think of like Internet Historian.
Yeah, it does. Squidward buns.
The people of Dalton had had enough. Something has to change. In April, it's Dalton's mayoral election, and this year, a woman named Tiffany A. Henyard has entered the ring for the first time.
Is that the same person?
What?
Is that the same person who's right now the mayor of, we're talking about the same person, right? That's the mayor of the California?
No, this is nowhere near California.
Oh, this is near California?
Nowhere near California.
Who is this person then?
You'll learn.
I'll learn.
It's okay.
Oh, that's okay. This is a bitch. Why did they make the word that means, it's hard for people to read, spelled the way it is? It is.
Born and raised in the village, she'd been a trustee, a locally elected official on the village board, voting for things like budgets and contracts, for 8 years now. She also has a bachelor's degree in business administration and an entrepreneurial background, owning her own burger restaurant. And now,
I have to say, though, she looks like she would be related to the mayor of California.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
she's just clinched the Democratic nomination for Dalton's mayor and is running against independent Ronnie Burge. Her campaign message was clear: unity. It's time for change. We need love, transparency, and accountability.
LA Mayor?
She said.
Yeah,
Lots of
that
knocking
one.
on doors and handing out flyers. And on April 8th, the votes come in. And she'd won. Bigly. More than 80% of the vote. Tiffany
Holy
Henyard
shit.
is now the first female, and at 37 years of age, youngest mayor of Dalton.
Man,
They do not know the shit
the
they...
horror that they... This probably would have happened to us if Kamala ended up winning the election.
Yeah.
This probably would have been the exact same scenario.
Someone needs to go find them a crystal skull.
That's here, folks. Nothing suspicious.
The village was saved.
Year one.
Oh,
May 8th, 2021,
Majora's Mask.
Tiffany Henyard is sworn in. The after party is big. It goes hard. So big, so hard, it ends up costing around $15,000.
Oh, damn.
How the fuck can you party that hard you waste 15 grand?
Also, why? Talk about not being humble.
But it's fine. Tiffany says her campaign is covering all expenses.
You for my comfort is a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Not a good start. Yeah.
I've never even heard of
A
this
few days
person.
later, and the administration
I've
comes
heard it from Kirsha too.
Ah.
together. She appoints her staff, who she's calling her dream team, and board meetings go ahead as usual. This is during COVID, so these are currently on Zoom.
Hey.
And things start off pretty good. There's this Stop the Violence thing in June, the first fireworks show in Dalton in over a decade in July,
Okay.
a walk for
Okay.
cancer in the autumn. Also,
Okay.
some door-to-door knocking for police feedback, a few food giveaways, some tree trimming, bouncy castles. Things are
Okay.
alright. She apparently has this big calendar of things she wants to do. Loads of events, giveaways, etc. And it's not long before she's calling herself the People's Mayor and Super Mayor.
Superman.
Towards the end of 2021, however, and problems begin to brew. In the village, a teenager has been left dead after a fatal police shooting, and Henyard is publicly siding with the officers involved. This is not popular, and protests spring up outside her home.
Oh
20
yeah,
Wait.
this is actually a year after George Floyd, so you gotta factor that in too.
Okay, wait. So, what happened that she did?
I don't know all the details. Basically, a kid got shot by a cop, and she was
Oh, by a cop.
yeah,
Oh, and she was siding with the...
the cop.
Oh.
officers show up for security. In September, the Super Mayor hires a registered sex offender. He'd spent a
Yeah, no, don't vet your, what's the word I'm looking for here?
Which is weird.
Don't vet your, hirees.
Yeah, she pulled a Mr. Beast.
quarter century in prison for crimes involving minors, and had just got out in 2018. Henyard allegedly knows about this and decides to make him a code enforcer. Basically,
Wow!
Okay, what's worse? Code enforcer? Pedophile. I can't decide which one's worse though.
Female politics like, Disney are bad with money.
Oh, wait till we get to the end of this video.
Why
he's
does
employed.
that seem like a thing that women are usually bad with money? Why is that a stereotype that exists?
Because it is. That's why.
Because they go out
specifically to
shopping
go
for
around
dumb
knocking on
shit.
people's doors and into their homes for inspection.
Shopping for clothes.
Wait a minute. I didn't hear that part. So basically, the guy would go knock around doors and go in for inspection. He's a convicted pedophile.
For some reason,
That
this doesn't go down
sound
well.
shady as fuck.
Protesters respawn and rush Village Hall. However, now, calls on Henyard to resign are beginning to bubble. In
Yeah.
October, her new code enforcer
Go enforce a pedophile.
The only individual
What on
is
earth?
the
Yeah.
president. Stop using so many big words on my tiny brain.
is accused of lying during the offender registration process and rearrested. Despite all of this, he keeps the job for almost a full year. That same month, and a woman named Dorothy Brown is in the news too. She's the former Cook County Court clerk. Basically, she'd been in charge of one of the largest court systems in the country for around 20 years. Those years, not great. And she'd end up stepping down in 2020 after years of federal investigations, corruption probes, and multiple employees convicted of bribery and misconduct and arrested. Henyard describes her as her godmother and mentor, and she's now the village administrator. Naturally, back in May, the board had a few questions about this, but it was fine. She'll be transitional, Henyard tells them. She's gonna be there, max, a few months. So they agree and vote her.
Oh, so instead of getting her impeached, they sit there and convince everyone, oh, she's only going to be there for a little bit.
Nothing-
You'll be fine. No, everything will be fine. You don't need to impeach her. That will cause so much work, so much stuff you'll have to do.
Nothing is more permanent when a government says something. When the government says something is temporary.
in. And now, she's on the taxpayer payroll again at around 100k a year.
Yeah, take my
But
money.
fast forward to October, and she's still there. It's coming up to 6 months now, and not so much as an online job posting for the role.
Oh.
Henyid's trustees, not.
Is doubling down, tripling down is quite... Feels like I can't pronounce that word.
Quadrupling down.
Business is called foreshadowing.
Happy. In November, Henyid decides to make some changes. With recent events, a variety of concerns are coming through during board meetings, and since the start of COVID, this has been done through the live chat function of YouTube.
Oh no, somehow she has live chat yelling at her.
Aw, no next.
Now, chat's getting muted. Got a complaint?
Oh!
Well, here's an email address. Send it there, and we'll definitely read it out during the stream. Trustees' microphones are also being muted, and they're not a big fan of this. They rage quit, and the meeting is adjourned.
Boom!
That was a firework.
Some rough waters here.
Putting a woman in charge in government politics, equal disaster. God, it does.
What?
In businesses, this is called foreshadow. Oh, you already read that. It can only get worse. Yeah. Wait,
We're only 5 minutes into a 50-minute video.
It's already. What has this bitch done?
Oh, it gets better, trust me.
In there.
Yeah.
But overall, Henyid ends her first
You know, I guess I gotta respond to Splat Dudes here. It takes a very special woman to deal with stuff like this. I totally, as a woman myself, I do agree. I don't feel like women should be in politics like this. It takes a very special woman to be able to handle politics stuff like this.
Put Kirsha in charge.
Yeah, there you go. She's a good woman.
She said, don't put her in charge.
Don't put
She even said, don't put me in charge.
confident. The village
God,
had
don't
hired
put me
8
in
police
charge
personnel,
either.
3 firefighters, and had just begun the process of reopening a damaged firehouse, she says. She's also delivered a balanced budget that was implemented on time, something that was rare for the village. She'd had some hurdles, but overall, she's doing great, she says.
She says.
Before that, the modern media landscape
Ad.
horrific.
Live from London, this is BBC.
Misinformation.
Ground
Give it a click
news.
and ground news
Aw.
code here, or punch
There you
in
go, there's
ground.news/big
code for
boss and get the same Vantage plan I use for 40%
well, actually,
off.
the best defense against corruption is content people that don't want the power. Oh, yeah. Competent people that don't want the power.
Which is easier said than done. We're now into year 2.
Wouldn't you say Trump was kind of like that?
In January, the village administrator role is finally filled. Dorothy Brown is out, and a man named Keith Freeman steps in,
Yay!
joining the Dream Team, which is now quickly
Hello.
becoming a nightmare. There's a massive rift growing between Henyid and the trustees, and they're currently outright refusing to work with each other. People in the village are also starting to notice something. Her name and face, they're popping up quite a bit.
What the fuck?
Almost every village scheme, event, poster, pretty much every social media post.
Oh, so they're gonna be like, vote this person again. You don't remember who she is. It's a totally different person. All you need to know is that she's black and a woman. You want to vote for her, right?
By the way, they do the same thing in North Korea.
And there she is, even on the village hall itself. In fact, if you go to Dalton on Google Maps, 2 pictures come up. This is one of them. She's also on Instagram, and she's posting a fair amount there too. Vlogs, selfies, dancing, parties, and a lot of singing.
So
Where's all the-
basically, she's trying to make herself look good again and fool people into voting her in again, right? Is
Where's
that
all
what's
the
going
money
on?
coming from?
That's a good question. Where does all the money come from? Anywhere? I doubt she had money to do this.
Only in Washington took turn because he looked.
2 terms because he looked at this shit and said, nah, I'm done with politics. Somehow this was worse than fighting in the Revolutionary War. Sheesh. Because it's so corrupt, right?
Oh my god.
This goes
Some of
on
the
for
posts
4
are
minutes.
interesting, and some bold statements are made.
Martin Luther King had the dream, but guess
Thank goodness she did not have a V2 model.
what?
Oh, she would probably blew. She would have went to Nails and bought like a $60,000 V2 model. You know.
Agony. Hello, Anzon.
I am the dream.
She's also mowing a few lawns
Oh,
and ploughing
you
some
popped.
snow, and she wants you to know about it.
I help everyone. It doesn't matter what you do or say about me.
He
Also,
popped.
a lot of dressing
Yeah.
up and shooting music videos. The village is clearly in good hands.
What the?
In March, the
Do not
supervisor of
speak
Thornton
that curse into reality, sweet Jesus.
Township, the head of the governing township of Dalton, is no longer alive, and his position is now up for grabs. Now, Thornton is the largest township in Illinois.
That's quite big.
It has around 160,000 residents and oversees 17 towns and villages.
Thank goodness
One of
she
which,
does not
our little
have
village
it.
of
Oh, you
Dalton.
already said that. Sorry.
So this is
Oh,
no
no.
small position.
Yeah.
In the running for new supervisor, 9 potential picks, and Tiffany is last on the ballot. So
Good.
things aren't looking too great for her. But regardless, the township trustees gather and voting kicks off. And she'd won again.
I call hacks. You know what? You know what this makes me think of?
What?
Who's that one? Not Hillary Clinton. That one bitch who just won't go away. That California keeps voting in or some shit.
Kamala Harris or
No. That,
Karen Bass?
No, that one governor. I think.
She's not. The governor of California is a man.
No. Come on. Who's that one lady that everyone hates? And she somehow keeps getting put back in office. She's like super old too.
Are you talking about Nancy Pelosi?
Thank you. That's it.
These worst. Reserved.
These photos just. Yeah. This is kind of like Nancy Pelosi. How the fuck did she keep getting voted in? I call
For the
hacks.
second time, she's the youngest person and first woman to
Hacks
fill
or
the
people
role.
are just that
She'd
dumb.
now be controlling both village and township level budgets. Naturally,
Yeah.
some people raise some concerns. Conflict of interest, consolidation of power, financial mismanagement, etc. But these concerns are quickly brushed off. Thornton was saved. Hopefully she can bring the township to where it needs to go. It needs to go to another place, a Thornton trustee says. And it would. April 10th, and Tiffany is sworn in as supervisor. She now has her 50k
Yeesh.
Yeah, she's a supervisor and a mayor. Figure that out.
Dalton salary with a nice new 220k.
People are on DEI meth while voting.
Yeah.
There was, you know what the ironic thing is? Looking at that ballot, there was another black woman there that they could have voted for.
People may have voted for her personality.
No, these people have retard brains.
Well, look at it this way. She's making.
How did John McCain keep getting into office? He literally bought off all up coming to him. John McCain. Who's that again?
He used to be the senator of Arizona. He passed away I think 7 or 8 years ago. I have the hot take. How about we just have an age cap and a term cap on how long you could serve in government?
I know, the same thing with presidency. Well, not the age part, I'm guessing.
Yeah, but can we
Well,
just have
we need an age cap for presidency, too, especially with the fiasco with Biden. Of
Even
course,
though
Trump is...
up there too?
Yeah. May he burn in hell full.
Well, he got used to it. He was from Arizona.
He'll be fine there.
So she has a salary of $50,000 plus another $220,000.
Snapped on top. That's
Deals
a
with
combined
devils,
salary of
maybe?
almost 300k, more than the state's governor. She waits
Wait, she makes more money than the state's governor?
Sheesh! This is what happened when you become a government sheep. Mm-hmm.
wastes no time getting settled in, and in Thornton Township Hall, heads roll. The township's executive assistant is immediately fired, alongside a few
Wow.
others, and that new township manager looks familiar. Back in Dalton,
Feels
and more
illegal.
issues
It
are brewing.
does.
See, in the US, there's a thing called the Freedom of Information Act, or FOIA. It's a law that gives the public the right to access government records. Internal
They're not
emails and
classified.
texts,
Huh.
financial documents like invoices and budgets, stuff like that. And turns out, there's a ton of these requests coming in. People are asking for a slew of documents. Village finances, licenses, permits,
Yep.
contracts, personnel details.
My question is, with all these people wanting this information, what is she doing that is requiring people to be like, hey, there's something fishy going on? I want to know what is the illegal thing she's doing.
Oh, he'll get to it.
Okay, cool.
And so on. So Henyard tells her village administrator, just don't respond to any of them.
Which is illegal.
Yeah.
Genius. However, this is illegal,
You violated the law.
so in
Good.
April, the village clerk files a lawsuit against her.
Good.
Trustees have also just voted to sue her. There's a series
Good.
of complaints here, but conflict of interest, hiring and firing without board approval, and using Dalton's checkbook like an open credit card, chief among them. She's also apparently just dishing out village checks to people, with only her signature and the clerk's signature stamp. However, this is without the clerk's knowledge or board approval.
This is disgusting.
Here we get into it.
This is the worst mayor. Oh my god. The budget that those mayor waste during this term is enough to set up a full metro in their electoral district. I literally was writing out a statement asking if she was refusing to comply with a FOIA request.
And she just told him, yeah, just don't respond, which is...
Sheesh.
Also,
Legal?
the clerk's access to village bank account information, well, that's just been revoked. Trust
Yeah, she kept them from seeing their own bank account.
trustees of the
Oh, it
village
just
could no
gets
longer
worse,
actually
trust me.
see what's going on with finances. But it's fine.
You know when...
It's not fine.
By the way, when we went to TDC Nationals, like back in 2022, you know why I had to keep every receipt my company did? Because they had to keep track of all that.
Right.
She's not doing that for a government position.
Yeah, bitches are really bad with money, and she's doing it on purpose. How to make it look like you're embezzling money 101. You're right.
Tiffany takes it upon herself to host Big Bingo, a traditional bingo night for village seniors. It had now
Really?
been quite a
You
few
wanna go to
months
bingo?
of
Hey, I'm stealing all your money. Here's bingo.
Let's go to bingo. You like bingo?
God bless the American taxpayer money. America's greedy evil. Yeah. Oh, I love Supernova.
turbulence,
Starnova, sorry.
and despite some phenomenal work, people in the village aren't too impressed. Add on top the recent allegations of financial
Smoke
mismanagement
screen
and
ever.
conflicts of interest, and things are reaching boiling point.
Uh-oh.
Now the
Uh-oh.
exploding melon.
Residents, trustees, the village clerk, everyone is just appalled. How could this be happening? She'd been so professional before.
Damn.
There's nothing in those applications, and I told you.
Look at her.
And just less than a year in, the Dalton Village Board decides Henyard probably not the right person for the job.
No,
So
really?
they go rogue and scramble to pass through a public vote to recall her. One issue. Dalton doesn't actually have a recall process. So
Oh no.
Oh no.
This is,
So they can't just impeach her. Have the feds gotten involved yet? Good question.
don't get ahead of us. It's, oh, we...
Oh, hello there. Happy Yakuza. How are you doing today? We're doing great. Thank you for asking. Welcome.
We're streaming before I go blow my fingers off.
they decide to assemble one themselves, and in June 2 questions are added to Dalton's ballot. The first, to establish a recall mechanism, and the second, to recall Tiffany Henyard.
Okay. That's sad. First, they need a vote to be able to
First, we need,
remove the politician, and then they can vote to have her removed.
now the voters are getting Judd.
Yum Chud.
Y'all
Oh,
make sure y'all go
nice.
vote no to the recall because my work speaks for itself.
You bitch! Of course you would vote! Of course!
Both go through with 56%.
Oh, who are the dumb?
No, it went through and said yes, put everything in. Yes.
I know, but I'm saying, who was that the accurate results?
Yeah.
Who were the
It
retarded
was
43 that said no?
Otis had nipped things in the bud and taken her out.
Okay.
Henyard
So
was
cute.
gone.
Oh,
Thank you.
Hold on. Before she steps down, a Cook County judge chimes in. That vote had procedural issues.
Would you fuck us that you contribute what's to a process to recall your
that feels illegal. Yeah.
Oh.
I never read that.
Also, the questions are way too confusing.
Oh,
So who declares the vote invalid? She's staying in.
Oh.
Tiffany, celebrations.
And I just want people to understand I'm happy. Leave
course
me
you
alone
are.
because I am.
And signs begin to
Bitch.
appear around town. I'm your forever mayor.
Ugh. Recall null and God, she's so blatantly evil.
Dumb people.
Ah, those 43% must be simps, or they're just easily brainwashed and or frauds, not actually actual voters. You know, the whole fake votes.
Well, a lot of the local votes, realistically, only 20% of the people vote in that because they usually hold them like around here. We have our local elections are on a Wednesday in April. Who the hell is going to that?
Let's see, the people bear they will always what are you looking looks video. We are talking about the Westman America. They must be DIRs. No, you mosaic and ended us all. You maniac, you ended us all. Okay, my brain needs to work. She's expecting the typical office allegations. Yep, of course.
If she won a recall, she put a sign around town saying, I'm your forever mayor.
I am and forever
Which
will
pissed a
be
lot of people off.
Dalton's.
Her first board
oh
meeting
my
back
God.
also looks like this.
How y'all doing?
She's basically a dictator at this point.
Oh my god.
Oh.
She's Fortnite dancing over the whole town.
Doing? Ain't no stopping us now. Thank y'all for coming out. I appreciate this. Okay. I see you.
Okay, that's one of the dumb people that voted for her.
This is a Boondocks episode.
Oh shit.
This is a Boondocks. Like, if you would put this in the voters got Krillin treatment.
Oh, Krillin kill count. Cone counts. He voted for her.
Did he mute?
You was feeling that,
No,
huh?
she's quiet.
I feel you.
By summer 2022, in-person board meetings are back in action.
This is where I, the mayor, address the community about concerns, hearsay.
Now, historically, Dalton Village Board meetings have a thing called Citizens Address. This is where members of the public get a chance to speak to the mayor and trustees directly, asking questions about what they're just
Event.
discussed and voted for,
Too much
and
power.
voicing concerns, to which the mayor and trustees would respond.
Those of
However,
Dalton are
Tiffany has a
absolutely
different
doomed.
idea, and Citizens Address becomes public comment. People can
It looks like it's a Fortnite player become a mayor and spends all the money on gotcha. This mayor makes us Sakura look useful.
still make
Dude, you're just
statements and
getting
ask
into all
questions.
the
However,
anime
now,
references.
no one has to actually answer, removing the point entirely.
You think they're
Yeah, listen to this part. Oh, back up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm listening. However, okay.
This is where I, the mayor, address the community about concerns, hearsay.
Now, historically, Dalton Village Board meetings have a thing called Citizens' Address. This is where members of the public get a chance to speak to the mayor and trustees directly, asking questions about what they'd just discussed and voted for, and voicing concerns, to which the mayor and trustees would respond. However, Tiffany has a different idea, and Citizens' Address becomes public comment. People can still make statements and ask questions. However, now, no one has to actually answer, removing the point entirely.
You think they're converting the police and military over to gangbangers and crooks? Just because it's fun and because they want to give you some power?
She's not even responsible to an unpaid moderator.
Even responsible to be a unpaid
monitor.
Unpaid monitor.
Humanity's gonna come together. We know we're under attack!
In September, Henyard decides to do some good, so she sets up the Tiffany Cares Foundation, a non-profit charity supporting people with cancer. In October,
wait, are we going to get into fucking donation fraud now? Do you not have enough money?
even organises a march to Springfield, a 10-day bike ride to the state capitol to try and pass a bill that would give tax breaks to cancer patients.
I have created a bill to give everybody $5,000 if you are suffering from cancer.
Pretty nice.
Okay.
But?
Year 3.
The year is now 2023. Shootings are still ongoing, crime is rising, and taxes and water bills are going up. And Tiffany Henyard is currently constructing a $115,000 ice rink in the middle of the village.
Yes.
The bills are going up, and your answer is, hey, I'm going to make an ice rink. Priorities.
Sure, take the cancer patient. Why don't...
Sure, take from cancer patients. Why not also burn down an orphanage there? The question is, did she actually give these people, anyone who had cancer, money?
No, it was that she was going to campaign for a bill in Illinois. That's what that was.
Ah, it didn't pass, I'm guessing?
You'll see.
Board would never approve of this. So Henyard slid an under-the-table payment to a contractor, and they got to work.
Did you hear that part?
No, I'm sorry.
Sorry, let me back it up.
And Tiffany Henyard is currently constructing a $115,000 ice rink in the middle of the village. The board would never approve of this. So Henyard slid an under-the-table payment to a contractor, and they got to work. However, the board eventually finds out and halts the payments. So Henyard shifts some cash to a separate contractor, and they finish the job.
It will be built by tomorrow.
What?
And remember, ain't no stopping us now.
Evil!
I'm not even...
There needs to be something... She needs to be put in jail at this point.
I am actually just a little bit impressed of the blatancy she has. Like, she just does not give a fuck.
This is disgusting.
Oh, where'd my mouse go?
Huh? I don't know.
Oh, my mouse dead.
The mouse dead? I guess it couldn't handle the dumberosity.
There we go.
On the move.
And on Saturday the 25th of February, it's the grand opening.
3, 2, 1.
That costs
And the
$150.
Justice Rink is open to all.
That's pretty.
Tiffany is quite excited.
Question.
What?
How much does it cost to go in there? How can you... Is it free to the public?
Don't get ahead of me.
Mayor Tiffany A. Henyard, the people's mayor. We here in the village of Dalton, and we about to get our skate on. Remember, when all 5 of them trustees said no, look what God did. This is
God my ass.
See it?
That goes 120, and she put her fucking face on a TV.
Of course.
On a... What the fuck?
However, after that, rinks closed. That is one of the only times the public will be allowed in to actually ice skate. Turns out, maintaining an ice rink, quite expensive.
Wait a minute. What's this? This ain't enough. Make it enough.
They also...
I think a crystal skull in a pyramid is better than leeching off the budget of the people dead. Yeah.
Have no staff to operate it. They couldn't even afford that if they wanted it. So from now on, it's essentially Henyard's own personal ice rink.
Well, it's her personal ice rink now.
Like, the ice rink costs a lot of money to maintain, yeah, especially in the summertime.
How many points on the dark triad can one woman hit? Apparently she's spent, I'm gonna assume taxpayers' money under the table to get her own personal ice rink made.
This is what happens if you make Eric Carmen a black woman and put her in...
The Pandaverse.
The Pandaverse. This is the
they already did that!
This is the Pandaverse Eric Carmen. Oh my god.
Been on events of hers.
It was only open when she was having an event there, and she invited the residents to come there to her event.
Oh.
I got a feeling. Okay.
She is the black woman, Eric
A
Carmen.
second ice rink is also apparently in the works. Okay, trustees.
She's making a second one?
Wait, what?
You missed that part? I just heard...
She's making a second ice rink?
Sorry, you have to hear this again.
A second ice rink is also apparently in the works. Okay.
You're having trouble maintaining the first one! Let's make a second one!
Oh my G, South Park predicted this.
God, you're
Oh my god, they just need to rename the town to South Park and it would be more fun.
Trustees, seriously not impressed. They can't see the exact financial,
Stop
but they know
her!
things in the village aren't great. So in an attempt to curb spending, they block all current and future payments to vendors. Tiffany hears about this, and she's not pleased. So in March, she rocks up to a village board meeting, dressed as a crack cocaine dealer from...
The fuck you wearing? Okay, let's see. Follicle. She's right in the middle of the Venn
diagram.
God, my brain.
Judge effectively screwed the people. The South Park's the new Simpsons predicted the future. I don't want to live in South Park. I don't want...
Okay, wait. I have to say, when that episode of Pandaverse came out, she's already been... When did that episode came out?
I don't remember. It was...
If anything, South Park was basing the character on her. Making a second ice rink. What probably could go wrong?
We could pause.
A movie.
She looks like a fucking dominatrix going in.
A
What the
Dalton Village
fuck?
board meeting, dressed like the Wesley Snipes character in the movie New Jack City.
She also has
Why does she have a stuffed dog in her arm? Did you see that?
It might be better to live in South Park than in the real world.
Oh god, you might be right. At least it'd be interesting.
DJ, who's blasting the song Bitch Better Have My Money.
Pay me what you owe me. Thank you, DJ. I just had a question.
She had a DJ play Bitch You Better Pay Me My Money in a city. God damn it.
I can't believe this.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed by the...
She is Eric Carmen.
And I'm looking for that Rihanna.
I'm good with you. I'm good with you.
She later denies doing this.
Your critics say you came dressed up as Nino Brown.
I did not come as Nino Brown. I did a scene from Martin. I did come as a scene from Martin. I even made fun about it and did a skit and posted it on my TikTok just to show people my sense of humor side.
In May, Tiffany and her staff packed their bags.
She's just playing with people's livelihood and stuff, and she's acting like the whole thing is just a game to her.
We're 20 minutes into this. We have 30 minutes.
What else can this bitch do to make me not like her?
It's time for vacate.
Oh!
Hey! There you go.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen this video. Already was calling it Eric Carmen. She's making a
she
casino?
No. She's taking a government-paid vacation to Vegas. You VTuber cannot show how pissed you are right now.
Business. And they take a plane to Vegas for an economic development trip.
Mahogany.
The same month, a Thornton Township employee is found with a bag of weed and an unregistered gun hidden under a government car seat.
They let y'all have weed in these cars? I know they don't. You know, y'all got a magazine in the vehicle. They let y'all do that? What?
He's arrested.
Tase him! What's next? Tax evasion, illegal weapons trafficking.
Well, we just got illegal weapons. I don't know if you...
Running a drug. We already have criminal racketeering. Crimes are not a damn checklist, for fuck's sake. I'm surprised that the taxpayers are not started up or here you go. This is the proper time to start a riot. Let's start a riot.
The police in Dalton.
Riot.
Interesting.
Let's start a riot.
Ever since those protests outside her house a couple of years ago,
Henyard
had kept a permanent security detail of at least 3 officers around her at all times. Her own personal motorcade, driving her around everywhere.
You know you done fucked up when you need that much security.
People don't like getting caught.
I'd be more than willing to return to the 1776 at this point.
Even while she's running errands. And apparently,
she's
running the town like a mob boss with them.
She is!
In July, a former trustee and vocal critic of Henyard wakes up to find a dozen
Common
bullet
sense
holes
is
in her
getting
tent.
rarer, so we should rename it Versus. Hey! You took that from one of my comments! I said that!
Yeah, one of her critics in the trustee board woke up to bullet holes in their car.
Parked outside her house.
Well...
Before that, Henyard had turned up with a caravan of police and city workers. And before that, a snowplow.
I'm like, oh, you call me? Oh, no. We have Valerie Stubbs, look. Yep. And I'm helping her. I help everyone. It doesn't matter what you do or say about me. Everyone needs help. Just remember that. Watch how you treat people because you never know when you need the help.
Oh my
Safe to
god,
say, she has
a black
suspicions about who did it. So she goes to the police to report the shooting. But they're not interested. They won't even give her a police report to file it. Also, own a bar in town and just refused a political donation to Henyard. Expect a knock on the door. Because police are allegedly also going around town, raiding bars and stripping their licenses. This happens to both Pablo's and Rinky's bar and cafe, with around 10 police cars rocking up and pounding down the doors. Customers are apparently pushed out the way and threatened with arrest, and licenses are revoked for both.
All the employees, they're gonna lose their job.
It's ridiculous. We all have mouths to feed.
We
all have
her
kids.
to ice.
Yes!
They're not giving us no explanation.
Let's take her to, what is it called? Alligator Alcatraz?
Damn, I will look a video of that tomorrow.
Alligator Alcatraz. Okay, so wait. Are they literally, saying that the police are coming to these people's bars and shutting them down and being assholes and junk because these guys did not support her? Is that what he just said?
Wait till you get into it.
Lacey's Place, another chain of bars, fails their license renewal due to a tax audit. And a local trucking company was raided and shut down back in January. They'd just turned down a $3,500 donation to Henyard. A ton of places are also having issues getting licenses in the first place. The suspected plan for this was simple. Endlessly delay signing off on licenses needed by businesses to open up shop, despite the village board approving it, cutting off revenue, while they still have to pay rent, tax, and general overhead.
I'll just subtract it from today's profit. And there's no money in here!
Eventually, facing bankruptcy, owners have to sell up at fire sale prices. The entire business can now be scooped up on the cheap. And once it's in our hands, look at that. I think the license is ready to go. The business is instantly profitable, and the location is flipped for a nice chunk of change.
Okay, that is disgusting. Oh my god. It already happened in Atlanta, Georgia, when the man who went off to fight in World War II returned to the Dims shitting the fuck out of the town and turning it into a dim of corruption. Oh.
This almost happens to St. Patrick's, a newly built 3-story restaurant in the village. The liquor license had been approved by trustees, but Henyard says no, refusing to sign off on it.
Jedud is now following.
Aw, thank you for following.
What happens to Black-owned black-owned businesses?
I know, right?
The Circle of Greed and...
Oh, yeah, Tiff.
Oh, shit.
Over 6 months. However, they sue, and she's eventually forced to sign by a county judge. There's also a local woman who'd bought a whole strip mall to turn into a non-profit food bank for half the county. However...
Oh no! Bitch! Leave that... They want to help people. It's like,
No, you're not allowed to help people. I want to take everything for myself.
However, Henyard says no again, and her
Fuck
permits
you!
and licenses are delayed for months on end, while she still has to pay the property tax, rent, overhead, and more.
If this isn't able to be funded, whose pocket does it come out of right now?
Mine?
In September, reports begin to dribble out, and turns out that police detail of hers, not cheap. It's actually costing the village hundreds of thousands of dollars a year.
ultimately, all the money that these people put in taxes and stuff, this bitch is taking, turning it around, and hurting them with it.
Yeah. I'm not even pissed. I'm just impressed by the sheer lack of give a fuck. I'm impressed by it.
Once your soul, Tiffany. It's getting real hard to not want to involve Mia Coppola and go...
Deus Vault.
Don't know words.
Her officers are paid quite handsomely, and they're putting in some substantial overtime. One officer is paid for 303 hours of work in a 2-week period.
I gotta pull out a calculator and up. We gotta do this live. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
What are you doing?
Okay, clear. Let's just say there's 24 hours in a day.
Uh-huh.
Times by 14, that's 2 weeks. That's 100. So in a 2-week period, you get 336 hours in a 2-week period.
Uh-huh.
He only had 36 days off. So, essentially,
uh-huh,
he got paid 23 hours a day. Or 22 hours a day, 21 hours a day, or somewhere around that.
Sheesh.
That's 21 hours a day, every day.
You said 23. He said 21. You
Okay,
got something wrong.
Okay, 21 hours a day. So he only had 3 hours off a day.
Sheesh.
This results in a single overtime paycheck of around $13,000.
We're done.
Holy shit, $13,000 on overtime?
That's pretty good.
The overtime checks alone are kicking officers up a tax bracket here.
Mayor, mind if I ask you a couple questions about your security detail?
Absolutely not.
I'm asking her.
Yeah, she says no.
You need security to protect you from questions from reporters?
That motorcade, not cheap either. The village paid $150,000 for one Chevy Tahoe.
This is... What? $150,000 for a fucking Tahoe? Are you goddamn insane?
Math, not math.
My math hurts.
Look like a car has someone on the payback list. God, what I want to know, where, okay, obviously, they're probably going to say at the end of this video, where is she now?
This way.
Brilliant. But I like
I need
this.
her to get
Around
comeuppance
40%
so
of
bad.
that is interest.
That's like when you 19
What?
years old and you go get a car and the interest rate 27%. That makes
27% interest rate? On a fucking Tahoe?
Moo?
put that in perspective, a credit card's like 22%. And that's considered high. She's paying 27% interest rate on a car.
She's probably doing this on purpose, too. It's like, yeah, I'm just going to spend buttloads of money because I can.
Absolutely no sense. You're not making great finance. Excuse me? Please stay facts. Cash price of a 2023 Chevy Tahoe,
$55,000 in interest.
Where is this money going?
Why the fuck is a Tahoe $93,000?
$3,216.71.
No. I bet you in that money, in that so-called bill, that money is not all going to that car. I bet you.
We need to go shock them all. I have a screaming emoji. You want to put that screaming? No, wait, I haven't put that on YouTube yet. Shit.
Oh yeah, we can't because YouTube only allows us to put 4 emojis on there.
Yeah.
If you use Kick or Twitch, we do have a screaming emoji.
Dance emoji.
Yeah, thank you, Iron John. He showed it. Total lease price, $149,146.20. Tell me if it's not facts, because your signature is all on it.
Sad face. I also have a sad face one, too.
Due to all of this, the police department itself, chronically understaffed, with only a few officers on shift at any one time. This is in a village with regular shootings and rising crime rates. Naturally, the village finances are currently caving in, and the deficit is absolutely ballooning. It's fine. We'll just get the police to linger around private car parks, snap some pictures of cars that pull up to the pavement, and then mail them a $500 tip.
What?
That's illegal!
Ticket a couple of weeks later. This is not popular. People look around town. Something seems different. It's not just Dalton. Now, her name and face are beginning to appear all over the place. You can't turn your head in the village or the township without seeing it.
You know, I'm gonna go on the dark conspiracy theories right here. I'm gonna say she's actually a demon, alien, something or other. She sold her soul to the devil. She's actually a what is it called? The reptilian creature. I don't know. I'm just saying. She's just plain out
full
evil.
Frontal assault on the senses. She's everywhere.
Where's this money coming from?
The people.
On the township's Instagram, an absolute blitzkrieg. It's peppered head to toe with pictures of her. Government vehicles, buildings, even rugs in the township. Tiffany A. Henyard. There's also Tiffany Henyard calendars.
Featuring all the important dates to remember, including her birthday.
And what's that in the video?
Oh wow! Oh wow! Buy my calendar, you'll know my birthday too! Because I'm so important!
To be fair, your birthday's on the calendar too.
My birthday's a holiday, that can't be helped. A servant of Mammon at the very least. Oh my god. She's so humble, y'all. She's so humble. God, this is the biggest narcissist I've ever seen, I swear.
This is what happens if a Solomon Piker ran a city.
Probably.
Is that? My god. There are 122 of these, costing the township around $22,000. The board was never consulted.
$22,000 for fucking billboards. Why even have the council? You never fucking talk to the council.
Oh my god.
The Lion, the Witch, and the...
This sounds like communism, yeah.
It does! Oh my god, you're right, it is!
And hold on, does that say Thornton? And new ones have to be made and hoisted up again, also on the taxpayer's dime. It's not just
You
billboards.
see?
Purple banners are springing up all over Dalton too. This also costs around $20,000 and was never approved. The company installing them says they've never been paid.
No, we have not received.
What? Now she wins.
Oh my god. This is pure evil, narcissistic. Oh my god. Someone jail.
I gotta figure out how I'm gonna make an AI thumbnail for this one.
Oh god. So now she wants to go so far so her face can start showing up on people's nightmares too.
Under the jail, yeah.
Put her under. Send her to Alligator Alcatraz.
Any payment for the banners or the brackets. The total is $19,899.60 with the freight.
But the vendor says they have yet to be paid for them and other items totaling more than $85,000.
Okay.
Oh, why not? Why not screw over the people doing the work too? Why not? She's keeping all that money for herself, you know.
Things are getting a bit concerning. But hey, at least Big Bingo is still going strong.
Yay, Bingo!
Whoa, she's giving away shit?
In May
How much is
2023,
Bingo?
some reports come out about Tiffany's cancer charity, and turns out, not so good. When she'd first registered it in 2022, she'd apparently hidden a little payment deep in the township budget, which board members signed off on. And on the same day the charity is created, it receives a $10,000 payment from Thornton.
Why did you and the board vote to give your foundation $10,000?
To give her foundation.
Oh, that's...
She is totally embezzling fucking charity money now.
$1,000.
I'm the face of the foundation. My name is Noble, sir. I'm the face.
You're the face.
You're the face of the, but you're not the owner. Bullshit.
So, that march to Springfield, let's have another look. Back in October 2022, Tiffany had organised a 196-mile, 10-day bike ride from Dalton to the capital of Illinois.
Going
she
to hell! Did you see
the
that?
State legislature and get a bill passed that would give tax breaks to cancer patients. And at 10 a.m. on October 4th, 2022, they set off. And Henyard and a few Thornton staffers kick off the march by getting on e-bikes.
Yeah, I see my bike. Superman.
She bought e-bikes with her name on it. Arrested her, yes.
Also included on the march, a flatbed trailer with a photographer flying a drone, a DJ, a caravan, and multiple village and township vehicles.
Make sure you get her good side now.
And of course, a ton of pit stops on the way.
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos, 55 pies, 55 cokes, 100 tater tots, 100 pizzas, 100 tenders, 100 meatballs, 100 coffees, 55 wings, 55 shakes, 55 pancakes, 55 pasta, 55 peppers, and 155 taters.
I don't doubt that.
Okay.
All courtesy of Thornton and Dalton supplied credit cards. Any bills or expenditures? Stick it on. And they wine and dine in a plethora of restaurants and hotel stays en route. And
Yay, everyone! Meals, hotels on me! I don't have to pay anything, it's all on the taxpayers' dime!
the march to Springfield ends up costing taxpayers around $12,000.
Embodiment of multiple deadly sins. Yep.
We are in Godly now. We in Bloomington, baby!
I can pretty much map out their entire Springfield trip on the township credit cards.
This is excluding a separate payment for 1,000 white Tiffany Henyard t-shirts for the trip. That comes in at around $17,000. Oh
my god!
It gets funnier!
When they actually get to Springfield, the state legislature isn't even in session, and the cancer bill is never.
Oh, you missed that part.
Ooh, what? She's getting
Tiffany Henyard t-shirts for the trip. That comes in at around $17,000. When they actually get to Springfield, the state legislature isn't even in session, and the cancer bill is never filed. It never.
She did all this for nothing.
I think she planned this. Like I said, I feel like she was purposefully trying to embezzle the fraud and still look good. It's like, oh, it's not my fault they didn't let us in. Ugh. Oh, hello, Phantom Shiny Pokemon Hunter. What's up? Talking about corrupt politicians.
They sure.
T-shirts, not safe for her too.
Never existed in the first place. The charity also never filed a financial statement. So the state attorney general shuts it down. Tiffany claims she was never involved.
You are being called crazy, deranged, saying that you are stealing funds. You have a charity from the Attorney General's office. As I understand, they sent a cease and desist letter to your foundation.
I don't know nothing about that. I'm not crazy. I'm not
You have
deranged.
Tiffany Henyard Cares, your foundation.
I want to set the record straight. I don't have a foundation.
However, it's
Yeah, you put your face all over that shit and you don't have a foundation. Yeah, that's not you.
This is the most corrupt politician I've ever, just the sheer blatancy of her.
Too bad some people have Patreon recognition, Tiff.
Facebook page shows it's literally just a rebrand from her burger restaurant page. June 2023. More reports. Apparently Dalton owes more than $427,000 for some street paving done in 2002. And that tree trimming, well, that's gonna cost $500,000. This is for a single month of it in 2023.
You're supposed to have a list of approved contractors that have been vetted. They have to check up on these folks to make sure they're good. There's no such thing there. She's just handing out these contracts willy-nilly.
Not one of the 7 companies involved.
So ultimately, she's just kind of giving out money to whoever she sees fit, it sounds like.
Yeah,
and I'm betting you it all kind of goes around, comes back to her.
Yeah.
Were on the village's approved contractor list. They didn't even have a contract with the village. Trustees are still refusing to clear Tiffany's bills, and lawsuits from vendors are now flooding in. A bank is also threatening to repossess more than a dozen village vehicles.
Yeah, they're gonna get their police cars repoed.
Oh my god, this person is just ruining this whole town.
Including police cars, because lease payments are being missed. People in Dalton are now incredibly concerned.
Where's
so
the
trustees
money?
formally request village bank statements. They're denied. December, and during a board meeting, trustees in the...
You're denied to see where the money's going. Isn't that legal? Illegal?
Oh, man. Oh, that is a horrifying thought to even think about. I don't even want to.
I gotta imagine if she was the president. That's probably what we could have gotten, you know? With
Don't even suggest that horror on us.
Where's the money, Tiff?
The township are handed a 7-page ordinance to sign at the last minute. There's no time to read it, but they sign anyway.
I'm just gonna go a more conspiracy with this. I bet you this lady, this Tiffany, she's probably maybe a clone of Kamala, or Kamala's a clone of her. That's probably what we would have gotten if Kamala was the president.
She's a fucked up clone of Kamala.
Turns out,
Just
what
joke,
they'd
just
just signed
satire,
means
y'all.
if Tiffany gets re-elected
Wink,
as supervisor, the position's pay stays at $224,000. Anyone else gets voted in, and that goes down to just $25,000, a 90% pay cut. Nice. What? So by the end of 2023, various things have come to light. And it's slowly beginning to look like Tiffany isn't quite as legit as previously thought.
No
and more
shit.
things are surfacing. People online managed to dig up a decade-old mugshot from the Chicago Police Department.
What?
Is that the people's mayor breaking into someone's car? This was in 2016, while she...
Oh my god, she was already a felon. Or criminal, or whatever you want to call it.
She was a sitting trustee. She'd also made the news in 2019 for effectively being a slumlord.
I want to talk to you about that.
She was a fucking slumlord!
My attorney's right here, so if you got any questions, I have legal counsel. Talk to my attorney.
So you want me to talk to your attorney and not you? You can't tell me how that house failed an inspection in October when it just passed it beforehand?
If you have any questions, talk to my attorney.
Gave out petrol to residents during her 2021 campaign.
It is,
So she gave out gas to...
Even the IRS is we are evil, not monsters. Oh god. Oh, you've got to be shitting me. Oh my god.
probably illegal.
Probably.
Her bachelor's degree, probably fake. And her
Probably fake.
entrepreneurial burger restaurant, not looking great either. Over at Good Burger, taken from the movie Good Burger.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger.
You're
Now
ahead.
take an order.
Take where she got the name from.
there are issues.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Your own ingredients.
We bake burgers.
What's in there?
That is the.
It's
so red.
That's not
Wait,
ketchup.
this is all.
Was not Good Burger from a movie. Good Burger was from a skit back on All That.
Oh my god! I can't wait.
And then it became a movie.
Can't wait till I cook those burgers tonight. They're gonna look better than this.
Oh yeah, I'm hungry.
I can see the blood. And you made this?
Not hungry for
My
that
very
though.
own turkey burger.
That is hideous.
Turkey
At least it's
burger.
seasoned.
Oh god! You do realize turkey bird.
What?
You don't want a bloody turkey burger.
Oh.
Now, you know that's not fair, sneaking up on a man when he's eating a Tiffany juicy burger. Seeing that you're here, let me just fill you in. When a man get to hold a burger like this in his hand, this is like heaven.
It's operating at the South Suburban College, and turns
burger
out
looks like
they have
dog
more than
food.
$1,500 in unpaid bills from her. The college has filed numerous complaints. Unsanitary conditions, failure to clean equipment, inadequate staff, inadequate
not eat
background
there.
checks on staff, 33 months of late rent, and failure to pay commissions for 4 years, and then attempting to
I
pay
wanna
it off
know-
with a bounced check.
I want to know how many people got food poisoning from this place.
It looks like food poisoning.
They also tried to pitch Good Burger on Shark Tank.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take
She
your
tried
order?
so on
So there you
Shark
have it,
Tank.
Sharks. A fun, friendly atmosphere where I would like you guys to come and check.
Your keyboard's dying.
Yeah. Is she banking that no one had seen the Good Burger parody on All That, as well as the Good Burger movie?
I was surprised Nickelodeon come after her ass.
I know, this feels like copyright.
God, all this shit looks old, too.
Check it out. I am
Yes.
urging the Sharks to invest in Good Burger because I would like to have a mobile food truck.
Nickelodeon.
That's right, you heard it. Mobile. I have a brick and mortar location, and I would like to be on the team
Look at his
to
face.
different locations and be
His
mobile.
soul.
I am seeking $100,000 for 10% equity in my business.
Here we have an all beef hand packed patty. I just put it in and I inject.
Wait, why'd you say it was turkey earlier?
That was a skit. That wasn't actually the burger.
Okay.
Look at that go. 1,000,001 reasons of why you Shark.
Makes me think of the Boondocks, that one sandwich they made.
Oh, the Luther Burger?
The Luther Burger. That's what this is.
No, we need donuts,
That's
though.
here at Good Burger.
But no luck. Good Burger is eventually involuntarily dissolved by the Secretary of State.
Awesome. 2024.
Year 4 of this shit.
2024. And Dalton is now on the map.
It's actually turned.
I haven't even stepped in or seen the place in person, and I think it gave me food poisoning.
Yeah, this is the background. It's Fallout 3. That's what the town turned into.
I think that is Fallout 3.
Nationwide news almost every other week.
Yeah, I
People's
was hearing
gardens
some
and
Kirsha.
basements are also
Oh.
flooding. A plague of potholes on the roads, traffic lights not working, and then a ton of police vehicles about to be repossessed. That ice rink is also holding up well.
Oh look, they graffitied the ice rink too.
This is bad.
But it's alright. Henyard is hard at work, planning ice cream so
Okay. So, it's not because she's woman or black, it's because this is what happens when you get a felon to be mayor. A corrupt felon. The burgers in Burger King looks better than her burgers. Now, Fallout 4. Yeah.
socials for seniors and dancing. In mid-January, she flies to DC for the annual Mayor's Conference, where she gets a tour of the White House and meets Joe Biden.
Of course!
Why not?
She ends up sending the bill for this to the wrong taxpayers. Okay, at this point, village and township staff are becoming increasingly frustrated and getting more and more vocal with their
Yeah, your
criticism.
grandpa.
So Tiffany clamps down. And when staff in the township get to the office, they notice something. none of their key fobs work. Had Henyard changed the locks? They're now unable to get into the building.
They locked them out of the government building they're supposed to work at.
Where's the...
And do their job.
Where's the peaceful protests for this?
Also, the residents' sensitive tax documents are just scattered all over the building. In February, there's...
Why? Oh, she probably had one of her friends come and try to get... I was surprised someone didn't get identity theft.
They probably did. This lady, she has no morals. There is nothing she'll do to... there's nothing she won't do to fuck over the whole place. No, she's just pure evil. She shouldn't even be... Why did they not vet their candidates for mayor in the first place?
Good question. Next question.
The township board meeting. Residents rock up as usual to sit, watch, and ask questions. However, this time, when they get to the stairs leading up to the boardroom, their path is blocked. They're apparently told the meeting is actually taking place in the basement, so they head down there, and when they get there, nothing. Just a TV in the middle of the room, live streaming the meeting taking place upstairs. However, audio issues on the TV mean no one can actually hear anything. And within 4 minutes, the meeting upstairs is over, and Henyard is gone. Meanwhile, in Dalton Village Hall, lockdown 2. This time, it's not just a few employees. Almost everyone is locked out of the entire building. Instead of walking in and speaking with a help desk, residents are now forced to handle bills or licenses through a security...
Hey, remember back when, how everyone likes to call people Nazis for the most stupid reasons? Is it just me? Or is this lady literally Hitler 2.0?
She's Black Hitler. She's the Pandaverse Hitler.
Yeah, this actually feels kind of
stationed
accurate.
behind a window
just
in a
Hitler
small,
without the
cramped
killing.
vestibule.
Yet, as far as we know.
Oh, sorry, I kind of paused.
Bills or licenses through a security guard stationed behind a window in a small, cramped vestibule. Even trustees, they're locked out too.
Worse.
The locks have been changed, and their mailboxes are now outside of the building.
I won't go that far, because I know Hitler is like one of the worst people in all of history. But yeah, that's why I said she's Hitler without the killing. Hitler would be worse in that account. But she is ruining thousands of people's lives.
In response, they hold a board meeting in a park. April 1st, a board meeting is set to take place in the village, and for such a special occasion, residents are actually allowed in. However, this time, things are different. Around 100 people show up, and only 42 are allowed inside. This is after getting wanded down and walking through metal detectors. This means dozens are locked outside, and they're not too pleased. Hordes of people end up banging on doors and windows, giving the session an atmosphere more akin to a round of COD zombies than a run-of-the-mill village board meeting. It's around the same time the FBI...
Yeah, let them in!
Oh, the FBI's getting involved now!
Yay!
Sounds like she's gonna lock them down in the basement.
Yeah, I was worried that she was gonna do that too, to be honest. Okay. You said that this is 2024.
Yeah. This is before the election.
Okay. So we still don't have
begin
Trump
spawning
yet.
in Dalton and asking questions. Subpoenas are dished out like hotcakes. They hit Good Burger, Henyard's property management company, her political fund, and the Tiffany Cares Foundation. Township finances, business dealings, personnel files, tax documents, credit card expenditures, and vehicle use are also requested. They also subpoena her boyfriend. Henyard comes out swinging. This is a smear campaign, she says. She's under attack by a corrupt board.
One time
Look at the bitch calling the kettle black!
The one time the FBI was doing their job.
I know! And I'm amazed that it was still during the Biden administration, too. That's amazing. That's good to know. We still had some good people out there.
Her personal FBI agent finally doing something about this. Stalin killed more people than the H-Man.
still kill more people than H-Man and Mio out genocided Stalin as well. We really have a stupid Matrix for evil these days. Yeah, true. I think the only reason you use Hitler is because he's more, prominent, more noticeable than Stalin and Mao. Who's Mao? Mao. China?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, for whatever reason, Hitler is more prominent when it comes to the whole most evil person. But yeah, you're right. Those two did kill more. You just don't hear about... Like, I gotta ask, in history class in school, did they ever teach anything about Stalin or Mao?
Barely. They don't even teach anything about Mao, and they barely cover Stalin.
I know, I never even knew about Mao.
And this is why we have people like this getting voted in the office.
That's the reason why Hitler is the most noticeably evil person, because they don't barely even tell you anything about the other ones that are worse.
Of trustees, while she's working tirelessly for the people, paving streets, building parks, and constructing ice rinks. She creates the YouTube channel Tiff Speaks the Truth to post receipts.
Mao is evil.
Her defense is strong.
Basically fighting against the devil, the evil spirits. I'm the good spirit. They
Fuck you!
Oh, Jesus.
I'm sorry, hearing that pissed me off, dude. No.
The evil spirit.
Also, amid the village's intense financial concerns, she announces a $1 million giveaway on Facebook.
What?
Remember that economic...
Yes, a giveaway, $1 million. Have a chance to get your money back, except though it's rigged. I'm only giving the money to myself or whoever I feel like giving the money to.
Oh yeah, we're going back to the Vegas trip here for the economic development
trip back in 2023. Well, in April, we get some news. Turns out, one of the trustees on the trip had allegedly been sexually assaulted by another. She'd told Tiffany about this at the time, and Tiffany's alleged response: lay her off and cover it up. And now, Tiffany has dished another lawsuit.
Oh, we only assume men do this.
Yeah, no. I bet you she probably got paid to ignore this, or she was paid to have this happen. Or just anything to hide her good image, of course. Keep her good image up, whatever that could be. There are so many evil people in history that did a lot of evil stuff that schools are not talking about. It's so true. It's not even close to enough, Leo.
An activist from Chicago is airdropped into Dalton, and during a village board meeting, he confronts the trustee in question. Things get heated. So, that trip? First-class plane tickets for everyone, and a lot of splashing. Car rentals, casinos, Ubers, bubblegum shrimp.
The inner
Altogether,
circle.
over $34,000.
You know what her intro thing should be? Shag McMahon's I have money.
Money.
Yeah.
Was spent, courtesy of the village of Dalton. No business ever came of this economic development trip, and Tiffany denies going.
You didn't go to Las Vegas? What is that?
What good image.
You don't know if you were in Las Vegas?
In April, a resolution is voted through, requiring Henyard to actually submit village financial records.
Finally!
She vetoes it.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
She's also now using a gold microphone. Also,
what the absolute fuck?
God, if you would have put this on Adult Swim, this would have been the funniest shit ever.
It would have. It would have. The fact that it's actually happening is disgusting.
Your blood pressure's gonna be 1,000.
Maybe. I blame you. Surprised there aren't stories of dead hookers yet.
Turns out her village administrator, Keith Freeman, has been a very naughty boy. And in March, he's indicted for bankruptcy fraud. apparently hiding $100,000 of income through a pass-through company and swiping an unauthorized $90K from a previous job. So he has to go. This is a chance to change, to get someone in that's actually good. A new slate and clean record.
Yes.
She replaces him with Michael A. Smith, a man with 8 criminal charges, including domestic battery, impersonating a police officer to steal petrol, and the harassment of a school student. Then on Good Friday, her chief of staff clocks in for a shift of Big Bingo. However, mid-shift, she feels funny and checks her blood pressure, slightly elevated. So she goes to the hospital and turns out she's actually having a heart attack.
Yes! Karma! Finally!
That's one of her. That's not her. That's her.
That's her what?
That's not her.
Oh. Who is it?
Someone that she's been working with.
Oh. Well, was she part of the bad?
I think so.
Okay, at least a little karma.
Naturally, she doesn't return to Big Bingo. A couple of days later, and there's a meeting at the township. Here, Tiffany allegedly tells her that's not an excuse to call off work, and next time take your blood pressure meds.
You bitch! Yeah, fucking, I hope you'll be okay. I hope everything will be better. No, just, next time take your blood pressure meds, bitch.
210 over 120. That's bad, isn't it? It's probably what your blood pressure is right now.
I took my meds.
We tried a recall, no luck. We tried to curb her spending. Nope. The FBI are here, but their investigation could take years, and right now, we can't even see the village's finances. So the Dalton Village Board decides on a new approach. Let's get a special investigator to come in and basically work out what the fuck is going on here.
This is exactly what I've been waiting for.
And their choice? A woman named Lori Lightfoot.
Oh, God.
Oh, I know this one.
Oh, God. She looks like a Batman villain.
I keep thinking she's... Who's Mayor Bowser?
She's the one... Washington, D.C. mayor.
Okay. I think... every time I hear Bowser, I think that she kind of looks like fucking Skeletor Bowser. I don't know. I wonder what it would be like if a VTuber became mayor.
There's actually a politician in Japan who has a V2 model.
That'd be cool.
So...
Go Japan, I guess? Well, at the reasonable avenues have been exposed.
Trustees vote, and the special investigation goes ahead. But during the next meeting, Henya just vetoes it.
You know how much I sacrificed?
In June, it's the next meeting, and trustees override Henya's veto, and the special investigation goes ahead again. Lightfoot takes to the mic to make a little speech, but midway through, mic's muted. The meeting degenerates, and police have to break up the room before it becomes an all-out brawl.
What?
Okay, about Lori Lightfoot. Until recently, she was the mayor of Chicago, and during that time, she's not too popular. During the first lockdown, Lightfoot had come down hard, ordering all non-essential workers to stay at home for months on end. A few weeks in, and she's spotted next to her barber with a fresh trim.
I like your cut, G.
I take my...
I gotta know. Is this the same person that I'm thinking of?
Probably not.
Damn it. God, why is there so many corrupt black women politicians? Why do I keep seeing so many of them? I got it.
Personal hygiene very seriously, she says. This doesn't go down well. She's also seen driving around the streets of Chicago, literally...
And why is it triggering alarm bells?
screaming at people to go home. Then there's the general mismanagement of the city, a surge in theft and robberies, and she's also trying to shut down public FOIA requests, despite campaigning on openness and transparency. This results in over 109 lawsuits. She's also singing, dancing, and making TikToks.
Oh my!
It's the same.
This is.
You know what? Again, more conspiracy theory. I swear, this is the same person that's been cloned. And this one right here, Lori Lightfoot. She's the original, and she was cloned to be Tiffany.
She's gonna come in like, hey, when you do your corrupt shit, you gotta be more discreet about it.
While Chicago turns into a harsh wasteland, awash with violent crime, which has risen 40% with her in charge. This is the woman picked to investigate Tiffany Henyard, and she's being paid $400 an hour to do it. Anyway, around 3 months later, and in August 2024, the investigation is getting somewhere. So Lightfoot holds a press conference showcasing some findings. Turns out, Tiffany and friends had access to 6 Dalton credit cards, and they made use of them. $218,000 on Amazon purchases.
Oh my fucking...
I told you she's using that money.
43,000 of that spent in one day. The village doesn't have...
How do you spend $43,000 in one goddamn day?
Trust me, it's easy for some people.
An Amazon account. Almost 400,000 on 3 vehicles. Around 8,000 on hair and makeup in a couple of months.
$8,000 on fucking makeup?
Hair and makeup.
170,000 on business travel, trips to Atlanta, New York, Jackson, and Portland, with first-class seats, and tens of thousands on Four Seasons and Marriott hotel stays.
Of course.
More than $51,000 on food.
She was a gotcha addict.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. She probably
thousands of dollars a month to an Atlanta-based PR firm, and then the $15,000 for her inauguration party. Something she'd said she'd pay for herself. Overall, at least $780,000 in undocumented and unapproved village expenses, as well as...
Dude, this bitch was broke AF before she came into politics. You think she gonna pay for that party?
There's $1 million in police overtime. This is in a village of 20,000 people. Also, the village's legally required state audits and reports never filed. The legally required treasurer position never filled. The village's accounting software tracking receipts, payments, and checks. Everyone's locked out. There had been a few finance directors, but they were intermittent and only worked part-time. As a result, the village finances not great. Back in April 2022, the village had a surplus of $5.6 million in its general fund. This is the account used to fund day-to-day operations. When the village contracted people for work, they actually paid them. Fast forward to mid-2024, and that is now minus $3.6 million.
So, 5 plus another, she spent, what, damn near almost $9 million? And keep in mind, that's with money coming in. The taxpayer must be like a...
The taxpayer must be red like tomatoes after that information. Oh, to fucking doubt about the paying out of her own pocket thing. It probably be or been resolved that it was more use of public funds. Yep. This right here. The fact that they had $5 million, she spent all of that, plus an extra $3 million, plus probably more, because like what Trucker Man was saying, they still had money coming in. So she took easily a good $10 million.
Oh, I'll go 12 to 15 at this point.
A $9 million swing. They haven't been able to pay anyone since March 2023. 589 checks, worth around $6 million. Approved, printed, and sent out to vendors, but bouncing right back. Okay, things are not looking great, but it's fine. This is a private investigation. Lightfoot has no official power, and no legal consequences can come of it. So that same month, time to get the beers in. It's the Taste of Thornton Street Party, and Henyard is flying in famous rappers and singers for it.
What?
I mean, okay, so Lori Lightfoot found all that, and she's like,
Well-
can't do anything, laters. Basically.
This event costs over $85,000.
Chicago, boob.
I just want to punch a bitch.
Your brain.
4,000 of that is on bouncy castles.
How much on bouncy castles? I gotta back that up.
How much on bouncy castles?
I gotta back.
Henyard is flying in famous rappers and singers for it. This event costs over $85,000. 4,000 of that is on bouncy castles.
4,000.
This is Carmen. Oh my god.
That's all I see.
Also
That's
has plans for
all
a
I see
picnic.
with this person.
Trustees object to this, but to no avail. And on the 1st of September,
course!
the Friends of Tiff
At this point, the trustees might as well say, go ahead and do it, because she's gonna do it anyway. You can't stop her, apparently.
We need to
Finney
stop
Henyard
allowing
picnic
this shit
is
to
held
get
at her
money.
rink.
Get money.
Skating,
Get memory held.
food giveaways,
Get
more
money
bouncy
hole.
castles.
Bouncy castles.
Right, enough. And funding for all events is officially cut. Gospel
Finally.
Fest, House Fest, even Big Bingo.
Oh no, bingo!
Tiffany and her boyfriend, who now has a job running the township's at-risk youth program for
What?
$100K a year, are now also facing eviction.
Finally.
See, they'd had a $200 rent increase, and in response, decided to just stop paying rent entirely.
I'm not leaving.
They were on a combined salary of almost $400K a year. They also changed the locks and garage code, so now their landlord can't even step foot in the building. Also, more bankruptcy fraud. This time, Henyard's chief policeman is indicted, having filed for bankruptcy 9 times. This was allegedly done to hide assets, bank accounts, and monthly income from creditors. He's shown the door. Despite all of this, for Tiffany,
You're in shock at this
spirits
point, aren't you?
remain high, and she's decided now's a great time to announce her bid for re-election.
No! No! God, no!
She closes out the year, threatening to arrest opponents,
I will be seeking arrest for individuals involved.
and getting booed out of board meetings.
Why?
The blatant.
She is a fucking dictator! This woman is a fucking dictator! She's attacking any political opponents. She's, oh my god.
We have to show this video to our friend when he gets here.
Oh my god. I feel so sick right now. She's trying to make people forget what the help of a big party, with the help of a big party. Yeah, like she did last time. It's like, hey everyone, I'm not spending all your money. We're not destitute.
She's about to get people to start screaming gamer words at her every day.
Do they want to have the pendulum start reckoning? But like a Saturn V rocket. But no.
Oh. Did I mute?
No, it's just quiet
Oh.
there.
Year 5. Where
The year
Trump,
is now
help!
2025.
Help, Trump!
Dalton is almost $4 million in the hole, has around 50 lawsuits against it, and the village's super mayor is barely even turning up to meetings anymore. Regardless, this is a big year. Both of
Trump.
Henyard's positions are up for grabs, and she's gunning for a second term for both.
No.
But on the township side, bad news. She's just lost the Democratic primary nomination for supervisor.
you claps in chat.
2025! 2025!
That's the thing we used to go to the moon mission, by the way. Ah, okay.
Okay, I'm dumb.
Which means that now, that's essentially out of reach. It's okay. She can still run for re-election as Dalton's mayor,
no.
and she's confident. In fact, she predicts a landslide.
When I come in with a landslide this
Fuck
evening,
you.
I'm gonna be so great. Y'all can all come to the after party.
She's now running against Jason House,
Go.
a Dalton trustee
Go.
and previous ally. And election
Previous,
day isn't far off, so she ramps up her campaign. This involves making diss
God
tracks.
strike her down.
Trump, strike
Tuesday,
her down!
January 28th, and a board meeting in Thornton starts like any other. The trustees gather, and residents sit down to watch. However, that Chicago activist from earlier, well, he's here too. and he's walking up to the microphone to make a statement.
What's he got? I'm feeling that Black Force energy.
Oh, what we got?
What we got? What we got?
You go, bitch.
A massive brawl breaks out instantly. Henyard's boyfriend rushes in and swings. Another bloke not long after that. Tiffany herself not long after that.
This is a, remember the one Boondocks episode? The N-word moment?
Someone threw a chair!
Shoving, punches, pandemonium. A security guard hits the deck. Henyard loses the shoe.
Na 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 na.
Where's all the tumbleweeds?
Hey, goodbye.
Someone lost a weeb, you know that.
I think that's Tiffany's too.
Her wig also gets some airtime. She hits her head on a table and hits the deck too. Multiple televisions in the room smash and people are injured. The police are called and the meeting is over. Henyard, her boyfriend, and the township are sued for assault and battery and emotional distress. Her boyfriend is also fired. 25th of February, 2025. It's election day in Dalton, and votes begin to come in. And eventually, the results for the Democratic nomination are taking shape. And Tiffany Henyard loses.
Yes! No, that one we call a Battle Royale party.
And it's sweet, sweet victory, yeah. Fuck you, bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
Not even close.
After years of public service, Dalton's super mayor is let go.
Jail
Cast
time.
into the wind.
Jail time.
Gone. She says people didn't give her a chance.
Fuck you!
I think that I was blindsided from the go.
Like 25
I came in 2020.
Looks like 2025 had at least one good thing happen. And no, we got Trump. We got Trump.
It's a healing.
It's a healing.
We're healing.
So soothe the storm. Now recap the fucking whirlwind, bitch. Yay,
That was a roller coaster.
My emotions. One last video, as long as it's not fucking long as fuck.
I want to talk about something that's maybe not politics. No, we react to that one. Did I put that red video in here?
My heart. Well, thank you for joining us. Bye.
Thank you all for joining me. Please like, subscribe, and comment. It would make me very happy. Kiss, kiss, hug, hug.